Mesdames et messieurs, moi je suis suisse comme vous, alors de Zurich naturellement. Seulement de dire, c'est l'unique compagnie de Suisse. Vous avez vu des Canadiens et des autres compagnies comme ça, mais nous sommes Suisses. I will continue now in English. Welcome to my presentation. As I said before, this is a Swiss company. We are quoted at Swiss Stock Exchange since last year. And we have quite a history already. I'm not selling you gold or silver or something like this. I'm selling you and presenting to you a vision. Vision investing in this kind of materials. We are like a portfolio manager. We like a fund. We do investment in various situations which is all concerned with battery manufacturing, or let's say investing in mines to lead to produce the metals in order to produce a battery after all. If you're interested, I go very shortly, very fast to the presentation. We can collect this kind of leaflet with all details at the end. When you move out, it's the last presentation. I hope for you it's the best. I hope for me it's the best. I will see. Anyway, you can have this catalog here. We have a short summary of a two-pager in English or in German, and this one you can collect if you like it. So, thank you very much for attending my presentation here. What we have here is, nobody talks about this one because it's the mining conference. We have a structural trend for the next 10 years here. We are in the middle of this trend. You don't realize it yet, but it's here. Why? We're moving from the dirty areas, coal situation, burning fuels, burning gas, burning whatever, into a bright future, sustainable future, CO2 saving future. That means it's hopefully clean air sometimes when everybody realizes that it's important, that we are there. What we do here, we show here all car manufacturers, they realize how important is this trend. They have 87 new vehicles. All the yellow squares there are the new cars that are coming out between now and the next 2 or 3 years. 87 new electrical cars are coming out from all these suppliers. That means very clearly it's important, this trend. We cannot hold it back. They will come. Here we see the car is a trend. Naturally, it's also about saving the wind energy here in the battery situation. A lot of batteries are existing already in Switzerland already, also in California, whatever. It's all existing. This trend leads to a high demand of battery metals. Here we are back to the mining. Mining is metal producing, is exploration, is producing cash flow. We believe, very simple, that in the next 10 years we need 10 times as much metal as what we have today. That means we are in a shortage in very short time. That means also the prices are getting higher. We have different cycles of different metals. It's natural, it's normal. Cobalt is going up and down, nickel is going up and down. It's all what it is, but we are in this cycle area right now. Here just to show you where the batteries are produced for the time being and what is happening here. From today until 2021, have 11-fold the battery capacity rollout, mainly in China. The red, the one with the star is Chinese. Where is Germany? Nowhere. Where is France? Nowhere. So everything comes from China right now. So what we approach is kind of portfolio here. At the right side, you find our investments here: cobalt, nickel, copper, manganese, battery technology, all this, nickel as well. At the left side is our cash cow, which belongs to our portfolio. We're producing gold in Peru. Now we're starting here. Just touch a little bit what we have here. We have our lithium brine licenses, which we show here. The brine is the left side. The hard rock situation is something the Canadians like to do, which is not profitable for the time being. The Australians are doing it. Don't invest in these things. It's not possible, not profitable. It's going down, or went down already 70%. The only profitable thing is the brine situation, because the prices to produce is the lowest in the world. We heard it from Neolithium here. They confirmed it here. Very good company also, like ours. Anyway, we have here 2 exploration zones which we own the land, we own the license. We produce, then in future we get a 43101 in just 1 or 2 months, so we can really tell you afterwards, we communicate this, how much brine we have in these 2 concessions of ours. We intend to sell one of these for high price, hopefully to some of the users for lithium, get some cash into the pocket in order to develop our other ventures. Now we're going to the next one, is our investment in the first Cobalt. We did first Cobalt in Canada. First Cobalt is very well known. So far, we see a couple of pictures. We got the participation because we delivered this refinery in exchange for shares and cash. That's why we have a participation in this refinery. And this refinery exactly sitting in the town Cobalt, which is there, is now going together with Glencore. Glencore has invested already $5 million US dollars in this refinery. They go to invest another 40 million the next couple of months in order to roll out 5,000 tons of pure cobalt concentrate from there. So they will sell it at the price, maybe actual prices. It's about 150 to 200 million turnover for next year. Coming out all on this, and we are participated here. This picture shows how difficult it is go from the cobalt into the battery. I'm not going into this further. We have no time, unfortunately. Now we're going to our joint venture situation. At the left, you see the nickel mines. We are working in Indonesia. We have a joint venture with a nickel mine having about 100 billion tons of nickel ore. This nickel ore is presently 1.7%. It's not lower. It's very high grade nickel, and it has also about 15 to 17% iron in there. We see some examples how the nickel is looking like. These are all piled up. Now we have just achieved, or there was just a government stop of exporting these things. We have about 500,000 tons there lying there, which we could export. We are very confident that next year the government grants us a license to export further this laterite nickel which we have there. Other ways that are possible, we can shift it to internally to Indonesian other companies and sell it there as well. So we will see what's bringing next year. If it's doing this, we will have sales about 60 million for next year. It's a cash cow for us, a minimum net profit of 6 million for next year. So we're all aiming for, let's say, a cash for next year. For us, is cash, and let's say a cash flow is important for the company. We have achieved cash flow in 2019 already, but now it looks like that we double this figure into next year. So we have very good options here to go for. So this is myself there before the manganese blocks, visible blocks in our Colombian operation. Manganese can be black, like what we see there on the right side, or it can be red or green. It's all manganese, just different formats. And we have about 6 million tons there, proven reserves there. We can start taking it off. If we do so with an investment of 3 million, we can do a turnover of 36 million, again, a profit 3 to 4 million net profit per year, if we decide to do so. These are the licenses. We're coming to our 25 licenses in Norway. We have a lot of possessions in Norway, and it's very famous for rare earths. Not everybody knows what rare earths is. These are all these metals here, which are used in mobiles, in cars, in batteries, whatever it is. So it's quite a large consumption, but again, the Chinese are dominating. Here we see 44 million tons in China, Vietnam a bit. Norway is not even on the map here for production. So we hold these licenses and hold it as reserves. We don't develop it ourselves here. We need partners for doing this. An investment of 200-300 million is needed for doing this. And if the time is right, we have to partner, we have to finances to do that. Until then, we hold it in the ground in order to have another possibility for rare earths, keep it alive here. Now we're coming to the refinery gold refinery in Peru. We started a pilot plant just a couple of months ago. It's running with 5 to 10 tons a day for the time being. We're ramping up to 50 or 100 tons very shortly and hope to achieve a very good production level next year. Gives us also a cash cow. We believe that we can do 20 to 50 million turnover next year. Gives us a lot of cash as well. So adding all these ventures together, we will be in the range of 50, moderately saying 50 to 100 million for next year, with a net profit between 5 and 15 million. And the last one here, we have 7 legs. I'm trying to tell you we have 7 legs where we're standing on. That's a technology leg we're standing on. We have a patent of making batteries. What is this? The Chinese are making the foil production with the batteries. They're putting foils together, various layers, and then they have a battery what they use for the cars and whatever appliance we need. We do the printing. We use the 3D printing. 3D printer is very well known, it's valid, and it's working for the car industry already. And we have the unique patent of multi-layer 3D printing. I show you the machine. That's the machine, a little bit small down here. That's what is existing already. This is a multi-layer 3D printing. All the details you can read in our booklets afterwards. It's too far to explain you everything here. But that is saving 70% capex and is 70% material for the battery. That means at the end we will be able to produce a cheaper battery, and the kilowatt should be around 80 to 100 US dollar or Swiss francs a kilowatt. So if that is achieved, we are exactly there, which is interesting for the car industry to roll out the battery in big masses. That is needed. Tesla, for comparison, is between 200 and 230 as we speak today. So we have a little way to do, and maybe also Tesla is developing a bit. Just Elon Musk declared 2 days ago they're going to make a battery manufacturer in Germany. We are in Germany, we have our own subsidiary there, we have our own patents there, we have our research team, which is the Fraunhofer Institute. We have a contract with them. They research for us to roll out this battery manufacturing in Germany. So that's the future, because we hear everything about the battery manufacturer. That's the future of the battery situation. This is a solid-state battery. The batteries we use today has electrolytes in there. That means a liquid, and it's kind of dangerous. It can explode, it can burn. This battery has a bigger density, 50% bigger density than before. We have it tested. It's working. It's workable. So this is a solid-state battery, higher intensity, produced in our 3D plants, will save expenses. That's a vision we have. We must have a largely known battery which is working, which is produced cheaply. Then we have all this future and this vision to become true. That's where we are more or less here. Lithium-ion battery producing here today. That's where we go. The old solid-state battery basically, and that's the future. Now, outlook and summary. You find here on one graph here the whole situation of Blackstone, where we are invested. It's a very simple chart with the important information. That's what you should keep in mind, the details you find before. So what I want to show you here, 9 good reasons why you should buy the Blackstone shares. That you are an investor. That's, I think, is of your interest. Okay, first of all, we invest in the right materials. We invest in a handful, 7-pillar situation here, which are all being profitable most probably next year. We must concentrate on various situations. We concentrate today on the gold refinery, which will be profitable and providing cash flow next year. We concentrate in nickel exports and nickel development for next year. And we wait what Glencore and First Cobalt is doing. They will have a very nice turnover by the end of next year. And if you have more money to do, we will invest in further specific situations, providing cash flow and turnover. That's what we want. We don't want to sit here and give a vision here and not produce something. We want to have results. We want to have cash flow. So we produced in 2019, first half a year, 5.1 million Swiss francs net profit. We will have another 1 to 2 million more for this half year. So the whole 2019, we have a net profit between 6 and 7 millions. If you go to the price-earning ratio, we are here around 6 to 7 times, or 14 cents to 16 cents per share. Today we have a price of $1, which is really battered down by the leaving shareholders. We have, after the going public, we have about 20 shareholders, which are very old shareholders, invested previously in the private equity situation for 2 or 3 Swiss francs. Everything which was higher than this, they sold it, they capitalized, they took the gains. Now I think these 20 shareholders are out, and it's a fantastic opportunity to buy the shares today. Buy it on the market. In Swiss Stock Exchange, Zurich, SIX is very well known, and the BLS, Blackstone Resources, buy a couple of 100,000 shares. We will have a great future. I think, personally, the price is right with 3 francs, maybe 5 francs, we will see, depending on what we deliver. What we do here for the asset management, the asset managers, we provide here some deals. It's a convertible placement, 5 to 10 million, 4.25 convertible series, interest payment for 5 years, can be changed or converted into Blackstone shares with a discount of 10% anytime after 2021, January 2021. So this is something which we highly recommend to you. If you have an interest, give me a phone, give me a call. We can give you the term sheet for that, and it's something for your investors. Or on the other side, you buy it on the market. The left side, you buy it on the market, is 1 franc right now. Hopefully it goes up very fast to 2 or 3 francs. We will see how much interest is here from the people of investors under these circumstances. Or when you like to buy 1 million shares, basically, come to me. We have placement of shares directly with the company. We provide this, and this opportunity is open for the next 2 weeks. So please have a look what you would like to do, how you would like to invest. Let me know. You find me in a homepage, or you see this in this booklet if you get it afterwards, or in a 2-page summary, which is also in English. Everything is available. So I really say, invest in Blackstone shares. It's a good buy. You have a great upside. Very highly recommendable. Thank you very much.